Hello, I'm Darren Slack, and welcome to Week 1 of NFA's QB Cast for the 2016 season. QB Cast is a weekly pregame prep talk podcast for everyone associated with game day to help them get better. We hope to use these targeted topic podcasts to provide perspectives that prepare you to perform your best on the field, on the sideline, or wherever you are in the stadium on game day. We're NFA Nation, and we want you ready. Now, we aren't here to provide fluffy, you-can-do-it wall poster statements and coach speak for motivation. You have plenty of that from other sources. We're here to set the thermostats or our attitudes in our hearts to the right temperature at all times. 68 degrees and breezy. You see, it's just the right amount of chill despite the winds of adversity that blow all around us. Inside, it's just a light breeze. You know, too many of us become thermometers on game day, allowing bad moments, bad plays, the scoreboard, and smack-talking opponents in our heads. And our temperature, our internal attitude goes wildly up and down. This wastes critical mental and emotional energy needed for the game. You see, at NFA, we talk about controlling our thermostat so we can serve others and do what we must to conserve our energy diligently through things like right actions, right self-talk, and right perspectives. Our topics for this 12-week season will focus on the key attributes of a quarterback as a leader, or any leader for that matter, on game day and every day. This will allow us to give input to the broadest range of mindsets and experience. Now, each week we'll address one concept that will give you something to consider as you prepare. We aren't going to make you wait to know the whole list so that you can be thinking about these things throughout the whole season. So, here are the 12 attributes of leadership for any quarterback or any player that we've placed in order of importance as we see it. Now, I'm sure there'll be many who believe the order should be different, but most would agree that each attribute is necessary wherever it falls. I'm merely providing this list to open a discussion so we can all pursue improvement as we serve in leadership. Okay, so here's the list. Number 1, you got to have confidence. Number 2, coachability. Number 3, character. Number 4, discipline. Number 5, competitiveness. Number 6, toughness. Number 7, courage. Number 8, intelligence. Number 9, consistency. Number 10, athleticism. Number 11, perseverance. And number 12, arm talent. Okay? It's week 1, so let's talk about confidence. Confidence means belief. Its root means with belief. This is arguably the most important attribute of any leader, especially a quarterback. As a quarterback in any context on the field or in life that wishes to play the game with confidence and wants to keep building that confidence, you must be able to answer the questions who, where, how, what, and why. You must believe in who you are as a man outside of your skill to play the game. You must know where you are leading the team. You need to know how you're going to fulfill your role on the team. You need to decide what you're willing to sacrifice for the team. And most importantly, you must know why you're willing to do all these things for the team. If you are unclear on any of these answers, your confidence, your belief will waver and diminish. And that leads to insecurities that are often seen in players that are masking their fear in cockiness and arrogance. Insecure players mask where they are weak through overcompensating arrogance and outbursts of trash talking, bullying, sarcasm, and frustration. True confidence doesn't need these things, and by understanding the right way to answer these questions, you can avoid the temptation of these insecurities that so many teenagers face. Let me walk you through them quickly, each question, so you can think about what they mean to you. In order to sustain and build confidence, you must believe in who you are as a man outside of your skill on the field. Many young leaders attach their confidence to their identity as a quarterback on the team. They derive great value from their sense of importance in the position that they play. Listen, you're important because you're a man, period. The position you play isn't you, it's what you do. Who you are is more, always more than what you do. Performance is no measure of your value. You must know you are valuable simply because you are there. The challenge in trusting performance for confidence is that you often run into the problem that if you aren't playing well, you get benched or you struggle in some way, your confidence can go up and down with the performance, making your leadership erratic and emotional. You get frustrated. You must be able to be secure and comfortable with your value as a young man that God made to use his talent to serve the team as best you can. No one player is the key to victory on a team, and we must separate our identity from our performance by focusing on serving our teammates as brothers and friends. This is a game. It's an important game, I understand, but it's still a game. We must never lose perspective in thinking the game or my performance in the game is more important than my value as a person to everyone in the program. Win or lose, you matter. Everyone makes mistakes, and there is no room on a field for perfectionism, especially when you're in leadership. Why? Because everybody's making mistakes. We must be encouragers of our teammates when they do it, not so self-focused only on how we play. Players who are inward and self-absorbed usually self-destruct under pressure, and they become combative and unresponsive to the teammates and to their coaches, and that's not confidence. That's fear and arrogance. We must keep our focus on knowing our value as a man and keep our mindset outward and teamward at all times. And that'll keep our confidence strong, even when we face adversity. Now, the second question you need to answer is knowing where you're leading the team. This one seems simple. We want a victory. We want to score touchdowns. However, there's a lot of plays to be executed before we win and before we score. So rather than allowing our confidence to ride only on our desire to win or score, let's drill it down into something we know we have to do those things. We need to get 10 yards. We got to get first downs. There is a principle of incremental progress in life and business. It's a short-term, one-step-at-a-time mentality that builds momentum towards a long-term goal. And it's always the best way to approach things. Moving the chains is our where as quarterbacks. Never lose sight of the 10-yard objective to keep our offense on the field, rest our defense, and build momentum toward a victory. And besides, if you keep getting first downs, you run out of grass doing that and they give you points. And we do it all over again on the next drive. It's not flashy, but it keeps you focused on what matters most when adversity strikes and your confidence is under attack. So let's make sure we move the chains. Now, the third question of sustaining and building confidence is knowing how you're going to fulfill your role on the team. Many young men can be tempted to use their position on the team to manipulate favors, get opportunities, and be selfish because of all the attention they get. This is especially true of quarterbacks because they're so high profile and so visible. When we take that approach, we're vulnerable to getting pushback and criticism, and we lose respect from teammates, coaches, and fans. The only way to ensure you sustain confidence in fulfilling your role as a quarterback is through being a servant. Determining to use what you do best to ensure everyone else around you gets what they need. You don't look for others to get things for you. You get out early to make sure the O-line has what they need. You make sure the ball bag is properly inflated, clean, and ready to go. You take out the equipment for practice where you can. You look for ways to make others on your team and your coaching staff feel important. This approach will help you stay humble in success or adversity and protect you from unhelpful accusations that you use your quarterback position to be lazy or selfish or arrogant. Also, you'll always know what to do in every situation as a quarterback leader. You just serve. That is such an important thing, especially if the team is struggling and you're not sure how to approach it. There will never be a time when confidence is better demonstrated than through serving others. Okay, the fourth question you must answer is, what are you willing to sacrifice for your team? Listen, confidence is maintained during adversity and struggle best when you've already decided that you're willing to give everything for your team. Now, many people say they are, but this is a mindset that says, I will have to be carried off the field before I give up. It's the acceptance of all the pain, all the frustration and challenge that a game has to bring, and we absorb it into our will to keep our promise to play our best in spite of all of it. We understand what it means to play hurt emotionally, physically, mentally, and in every way without letting the pain take us out of the game. Sometimes we're injured. There's nothing we can do about that. But playing hurt is part of life and it's part of football. We must rise up through the pain, understanding that we've already decided long before that moment that we would not lay down. We would not withdraw. We won't give up. Confidence is knowing that you're willing to do whatever it takes to see your team get what they need, no matter how much it hurts. And be sure, this sacrifice will sting. This mindset of sacrifice is greatly influenced by the final question. We must answer it about how confidence is developed through why are you willing to do all this for the team. The answer should come immediately to your mind, without hesitation, because you love your brothers. Love is the only thing strong enough to bedrock our confidence in an unmovable state. It's not a love driven by feelings or infatuation. It's a decisive step of your will to make these men you've trained with, sweated with, endured with, and now battle alongside the object of your passion. They are my brothers, and that's why. Period. No other explanation needed. Your confidence should never be based on your talent, how we played yesterday, or how we feel. It's forever built and sustained in an identity outside of football, moving the chains every moment, serving, not seeking to be served, sacrificing through pain, and choosing above all to love our brothers. You do this, and I guarantee you're going to play with confidence on game day and every day. I hope that encourages you and helps you some as we work to sustain and build confidence as players and as men. Next week, we'll dive into another important attribute, but this week, let's step up and do our best for our brothers. We wish you the best, NFA Nation, in your games this week, and we'll talk to you next week after your win.